This is a video to show you how to form and solve a quadratic equation. So, to solve a practical problem. So the length of a rectangular plot of land is 5 meters more than its width. If the area is equal to 24, find the width and the length of the plot of land. So you're actually given the diagram. If you were not, you would have to draw it. If that's the width, then that one would have to be x plus 5, because the length is 5 more than the width, sorry. So this is about question requires us to form and solve a quadratic equation. So this is going to be x. Find the area of the rectangle. You do x times x plus 5, i.e. area is length times width. We did width times length, it doesn't matter. And that's got to be equal to the area, which is 24. Right, if we now have to solve that, this is a quadratic. To solve quadratics, you have to put them equal to 0, but first of all, we'll have to expand the bracket. So it's going to be x times x, which is x squared, x times 5, which is 5x, that's equal to 24. We need to make this equal to 0, so we're going to need to take 24 from both sides. We're going to get x squared plus 5x minus 24 is equal to 0. Right, now solving that. So we do the product, we'll put a 1 in front. So 1 times minus 24 gives me minus 24. And then the sum will be 5. Now the factors will have to be minus 3 and 8. You just check that. And if it don't work, you just try another pair. So minus 3 times 8 gives me minus 24. And then minus 3 plus 8 does give me 5, so this is okay. We now write down the quadratic, splitting up the middle term into minus 3x plus 8x minus 24 is equal to 0. So these two together now make 5x. So we haven't changed the meaning. We'll group the first two terms together, take out the common factor of x, and we were left with x minus 3. And then we'll group the next two, bring down the plus, and then we'll group the next two together. Take out the highest common factor, which is 8, and again we're going to get x minus 3. We should always get the same thing. That now comes out as a common factor, x minus 3, and we're left with x plus 8 is equal to 0. And then we say either x minus 3 is equal to 0, x is equal to 3. We check back with the original problem to see if that is a possible solution. Or x plus 8 is equal to 0, it's going to give me x is equal to minus 8. Now, x cannot be negative because x represented the width, so we cannot have a negative width. It doesn't make sense. So that we say is meaningless. There's not a possible solution there. And then we go back to the problem, and then we substitute the values of x in. So this is length, this is width. So the width is going to be x, which is going to be equal to 3 meters. And the length is going to be x plus 5, which is going to be 3 plus 5, which is going to be equal to 8 meters. So the answers are the width is 3 meters and the length is 8 meters. Don't forget, it's not a matter of just finding x. You need to make sure you have answered the question. Also, make sure you discard and acknowledge that some of the solutions of the equation are not valid to the problem. I hope you've understood, and I thank you very much for watching.